Hello, Macsen here, welcome back. So during the last video I started to take some systems off the Horatio. I took the Amosa and the Zenith systems, and I'm going to be making my way towards Elion and Zanes hopefully during this video, and even trying to take the Merope capital over here. I'm actually so close to a victory now that the game's actually notifying me, which is a good sign. Something I need to mention before I get started as well. When I took the Amosa system in the last video, I basically decided after doing that video that I really wanted to figure out what the mysteries of planetary invasion are once and for all, because there is so little documentation on how it exactly works. I thought I'd do a test or two. So what I did, I loaded up turn 129 and created various ship types, and then built them on He's, and then tested them out the next turn to see if I could take a Mosa with less collateral damage than I actually did with the disintegrator ships, and I was actually able to. What I've actually found out is that the bomb ships don't actually, or the bomb modules, don't actually cause collateral damage like I thought they would when actually taking a system. They only actually basically cause damage when you use the bomb option for the bombs. So what that basically means is it doesn't really matter how many. Well, you can put these on any ship and then invade a system and they wouldn't cause any damage. The thing that causes the damage is just the collateral damage. As you can see here, there's 4 collateral damage from against improvements and 2 against population for the invasion bombers. So in future, what I think I'm going to be doing, I've basically been trying to avoid as much collateral damage as possible, but at this stage of the game it doesn't matter. But I think the most economic way to keep your collateral damage down and have enough land invasion to actually take systems when using drop pods is probably using not the invasion bombers but the balance bombers. This type of bomber, or at least the level 1 design, it only has 2 collateral damage against improvements, yet it has 400 land evasion strength. Now in what I've been wanting to do is basically use the battle bombers. That has no collateral damage, but it only has 100 land evasion strength. So to have the equal amounts of land evasion strength with these as you would have to have, say, with the invasion type, you'd have to have 8 of the battle bombers to equal every invasion type, and that will cost you a huge amount. So I think the most economic option is the balanced option. That has 2 collateral damage, and that the evasion one has 6. So that's a third of the collateral damage for only half of the invasion strength. So the ships that I think I'm going to be making in future are basically these Mark III ships, the ones with 2 special slots and only 1 command point. I think they're the most economic option for taking systems with drop pods, basically. And I'm going to keep to my basic designs of having 3 types of invasion ships. You can't have troop modules and bombers on the same ship because you haven't got enough slots, and you need a certain amount of siege invasion as well. So that's why you probably need about 3 different ship designs. So that in mind, I'm not going to be using or creating any more disintegrators. I've actually created a swarm ship, so I'll just show you that. Now, if it was near to the start of the game, I would have balanced, as I said earlier, to keep down the collateral damage. But at this stage, it doesn't really matter how much collateral damage I'm doing. I just need to take the systems. So I've loaded these up with the maximum amount of bombers I can have, 2 for this ship type. They've got a couple of bombs which I can use. For example, I can't take the system via drop pods in that turn, but want to damage, say, the population or buildings, so making it easier to take in future when a drop pods arrive, or enough drop pods arrive. And it's got 1 siege left or added just to add to the siege. And I've also Changed my Ravager design, my Siege design a tiny bit. Uh, in the Cravers case, I wanted to have it on the Mark II design with only one special slot because it gets a huge -2 tonnage on the Siege modules. But I've changed it over from a fighter to a battle bomber. Now this battle bomber won't cause any collateral damage, which is great, and it will give me more land invasion strength than the previous fighter design that I had on these ships. I think it might have been that one? No, balanced one I had on them. Right, so that concludes that. I think I'm about ready to end the turn as well. I think I bought one of these on one of the Conquered systems, and that's about it. Okay, so Ravagers have been upgraded. I've taken all of the disintegrators out my build list, and I've regrouped up these fleets around here. It's only actually 2 fleets worth now. Right, so end of turn. So I've got, yeah, I'm building a load of those swarm ships over here as well. I think I just built 3 on here, so I'm going to be getting these through here now. Right, so there's a moon Pegasus that has nothing. I've got new tech. I've actually got a new heavy bomber and fighter tech, so I'm going to have to redesign them again. Right, so I'm going to move my ships forward, and that took a while to fade then. Right, so Hero's got an upgrade. Right, I'm just going to do my build list and figure out where I'm going to move my ships and upgrade my ships as well, I think. Okay, so there's an absolutely crazy amount of stuff to do this turn. I've grouped up a load of my ships, and I've moved loads of them to various places. There's quite a lot of ships on the Emosa system. I've moved to Xanados or to Zenith. I've left a fleet behind here to protect it. These drop pods are out of drop pods, so I'm going to leave them there to regenerate, or I might upgrade them actually, or move them on and then upgrade them. Right, so I've got a huge amount of stuff there I need to move on. I've moved ships that have been built in these systems through to here as well. And apart from that, I think there's the odd ship around here I've moved on. I've moved a fleet from Rotanev down to Musis. That's not a full colony, so I can't really. I probably need to leave a fleet around here in case the Shard doesn't have any ideas. All of my troops come through there, so I do need to protect it a bit. So there's, as usual, various stuff coming down here. I've moved this fleet down to here from Gatria. I've stuck those ships in the Hannah for a second. I think I'll actually attack here now, I might as well. Right, so they're all various stages of rubbish ship by looks of things. We're going to stop them from retreating by doing weapon overclocks and auto. Right, so that worked well. They tried offensive retreat every time and it countered it. Excellent. Right, so I'm going to be honest, I don't need to take Razum, but I do need to move down. There's a Craver fleet there. I think what I'm going to do is move this fleet to there, attack that. Okay, so what do they have? There are medium range missiles, medium range kinetics. So they're all medium range by the looks of things. That's melee actually. That's the 24. Right, so I think I'm gonna do illusion there. What defense do they have? Hardly any defense whatsoever. So what's my best form of attack? Well, I think I might just do tactics in the first phase, and then I'll do repair in the last. Okay, and I'll auto that. Might wipe them out in the first actually. They had so little defense that they got wrecked. Okay. Right, so that means I can move all these ships around here down towards Merope to take that capital. So what do I have here? All of these are new, so they all have drop pods. They have different movements. That's a partial fleet. Can I take that? Even if I could, I don't think I would. I want them going towards Merope. So I'm going to move those down to there. Okay. And probably keep this partial fleet here, so ships coming down here will be okay. Right, I'm going to move this stuff, all these fleets at Hannah to come down here, and hopefully the Amoeba don't have any ships to attack them. So I'll move the Ravagers in the fleet first. It's 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Create. Okay. I think there are some drop pods there as well, which I need to repair. Oops. Okay, so it's Ravagers. Move through to there. Gatria. I've got a load of stuff to mention that I've done over here as well, but I'll finish doing this first. There's 13 ships there, so I need to separate these defilers that don't have drop pods. That one doesn't. That one does. That can come along. All the Ravagers can come along. What does that have? That's a drop pod, so I'll bring that, as does that. I'll take the Forager out as well. Oh, I want that. And that. Right, I've done that correctly now. Yeah, I think there's only one that doesn't. Okay. So I can move down to there. And through here. Down to there. I could probably take this system. No, I can't actually. I don't think, even if I could, I'm not going to. I'm just going to move all these on to Merope next turn. It's only the capitals that really matter. That might as well stay in the Hannah. That can stay there. Might upgrade that at the end of the turn, that drop pod actually. Right, so I think all combat over there, the movement over there is done. I've got 6 ships left. I've got all the Zeniths to do. Right, I should actually show you what ships I've upgraded this turn. I got new fights and bombers. So the Defiler, the Forager and the World Eater are the same. I could actually remove that now. I think I will actually. I'm not going to make any more of them. Okay. Right, so the Ravager, I've upgraded that again. That's got a new bomber. I've actually gonna use the invasion module. It doesn't matter now how much collateral damage I do, so I might as well just have the maximum land evasion strength on that. Okay. The swarm ship, likewise, has been upgraded to 2 of those. 2 invasion bombers to max the land evasion, and it's kept the bomb modules. Scrounger, that's got the newest fighter type. I think I had to take off, what did I take off? A weapon or 2? A melee weapon, I think. Yeah, it's just got a battle fighter. And the Devourer that has the battle bombers. That's all the upgrades for this turn. So all the various ships in the build list are upgraded as well. Tech, I think I'm going to keep the same, go for this, so I'm going to have to upgrade those in a bit as well. The Hero, I'm going to take that one. Blockade Promotion. Right, the build list, show you that. I actually looked through a load of my planets and systems to see if there's anything I could scrap. So, and there was quite a bit actually, so there's quite a bit of dust I've gotten from scrapping various buildings. There's some race which has a really weird type of building. I'll show you if I can find one. I think it must have been a Sheridan building. Where is it? Oh, right, not one there. This could take a while for me to find. Here we go. This is it. Gives you 250 dust for 15 minus, and for that you get a minus happiness, food and science. So I've scrapped couple of these on the bigger systems that have it. These are Sheridan systems that have these, and I've kept them on the smaller systems. I might take this off Rotanev eventually because there's a medium amount of planets there. I don't think there's anything I want to buy. Tax rate. Can I might change that? No, that's fine. How much am I making these days anyway? Not bad. Right, so this is the build list. This is what was built and what is to be built. Right, so what have I got left now? I've got Zenith, Defilers. I think it's just Zenith I have to do. I've got Combat of Vega I can do as well. Right, so I'm gonna do Vega then. Right, so I grouped up my ships at the end of the last turn. So that's what my current fleet is looking like. I'm gonna attack there. Oh, brilliant. I've got a huge striker fleet, so I should be able to take quite a bit of those out. Lead kinetics, these are 23 and 21s. Okay. I'm gonna go. Really tempted to go tactics in the first round. These are really old designs now, though. Oh, I'll go Dust Warheads. And a lot of the Devour. Well, these have melee kinetics, so that it'll work on those at least. That will. What were they again? They were melee. Collusion there. How many 21s do they have? They're medium range missiles. I'll go that one. I'll just go illusion. Right, so auto. Right, so wipe them out. Okay. I've got a second fleet there, but I don't think I'll attack with that. Could do. I might change my mind in a bit. Right, so Zenith. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to group those up and move those. Oh, I've got Elion. I'll attack here on Elion actually. First, strikers, stop them from retreating. Right. Right, I'll group these up and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've grouped up a load of my ships on Zenith. I've actually sent a couple of fleets forward to Elion. I've left the combat fleet actually on Zenith to protect all of these various invasion ships that are on here. I've grouped them up quite a bit. What I've also done actually is I've upgraded my Defiler designs just so I could get my drop pods back quicker. So I've actually upgraded a few different, or yeah, I've upgraded a few defilers that didn't have any drop pods on them in various systems. I think I haven't done Gatchers actually. No, I should do that. Right, so where's Gatria? Where are you? Here we are. Is that it? Yeah, right, so I'm going to, that's at a drop pod, so I'll upgrade that one. Right, and I think I'm pretty much done for the turn actually. Right, just check everything. I've actually switched some of these that were for instance I was building a load of swarm ships here. I'm actually sticking a load of foragers and scroungers. I'm generally putting a load of military ships into some of these build lists of my most productive systems. I've got to do something about getting rid of all these fleets at Vega so I can get to Zanes at some point. I think I should maybe attack with this fleet as well. I'm not sure it's a brilliant idea, but right, so going to go Nosebreaker here I think, and their medium range missiles, do that one. Repair. I doubt repair works in the first phase, so EMP is it? Right, so auto. Right, I didn't lose any ships, that's the key thing. I damaged them a bit. Right, so that's end of turn. Right, so hopefully I can take Ellie on this turn. It might be next turn though. I'll have to see. Okay, move my ships forward. Elion and Merope are going to be taken relatively soon. It's just getting ships to Zanes. That's what's going to be hard. Cravers are offering ceasefire. They won't offer the capitals, so I'm going to refuse. I could probably make peace with the Cravers relatively soon, so I might do that. 2 turns I've got for that. Okay, right, so just going to do my build list and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've updated the build list. I haven't changed anything in particular really, just added a few things onto the list of various systems. These are what was built this turn and what's to be built. Okay. Apart from that though, I've switched a load of my rally points down to the Zenith system. I grouped up a ton of my ships and then moved them on to various places. So there's a load of invasion fleets here. I've left the combat fleet by there. Ton of the invasion ships that were on Zenith have moved on to Airleon. I've actually attacked the ship on Airleon as well, so I'm going to do that now. There's a seer here. I use that one. Auto. Okay, so they're wiped out. Should be able to invade now. 13 turns. I'm able to bomb the fleet. I've got some disintegrators here, I think. Bomb the system, but I haven't got any defilers yet. So do I want to bomb it? Probably do actually. It's not, well, I just want the system. It doesn't matter how intact it is. So use cluster bombs. And that's destroyed 3 improvements. Sadly, there weren't any improvements that added to the system defense. Not sure if it does destroy system defense improvements. Almost definitely does, but haven't really used them enough to know. Okay, so that bomber's done. They all went through a wormhole, so they can't move anymore. I've got 1 ship supposedly left there. Not really. So I've moved the odd ships as well that were over here, keeping on coming them down this direction. I've got 2 more turns to wipe out the Hishu up there. So what's that? Disintegrator on the way. More disintegrators. There's a fleet I moved down from Musis. Rottanev has become a full colony now, so I don't really need to protect that anymore. I think Pegasus is within the radius as well, so I don't need to protect that. Right, so I might move that Pasha fleet there. I think there's a Defiler on Gatria that I've moved down. There's a fleet here I might move. Right, so Dorado. I've got a ton of ships here. Right, do I want to take the system? I think I'm going to move this fleet here down. Right, so I'll move that down to Dorado. Okay. So I've got 2 combat fleets that can go and protect. I'm going to move my hero fleet over to Merope. And lock that down. What do they have here? Not an awful lot. Hopefully I can kill them all in 1 attack. Patrol. I'm going to stop them from retreating. Or offensive retreat. I always say stop them from retreating when I'm using that, and I always mean offensive retreat. I'm sure you've realised by now. Right, so they were wiped out. Okay, so that's sieged up. Right, I'm going to move every single siege unit I've got. I think I've got a couple of I've got a scout here somewhere. Where's a forager? I'll take that one out. Might as well do a bit of exploring with that when I bring it down to here. Okay, right, more Cravers systems. What's that? Probably got enough to take that out with this, so I'll move it on. Okay, what's that? More pirates. I think I just, yeah, what the hell, I'll attack it. It's medium range missile and melee kinetic. No shield and no flak. Yeah, I'm not sure I got enough to kill it after all, to be honest. Right, so I go tactics, tactics, tactics. Right, I did good. Right, that's run out of movement. So I'll bring all these siege over to Merope. Okay, that's 10 turns supposedly. What's left here then? Oh, they're all out of movement. That's Ravager fleet, that can move on. Okay, so what's left? All that's left is out of movement. Right, so can I take this capital this turn? Not quite, but it's Zane's that's the problem. That's going to take the longest to take now. Right, so what have I got left? I've got all of those have moved on Zenith. And Vegas system, I'm going to attack here. Okay, tons of strikers. It's the Imperators that I had problem here. I can kill all these easy enough, even without bombers and fighters, I think. Right, so spread fire, that's fine. They have no shields. I think I'll just do... Well, I've mainly got... do any of them have long range? They don't. I've got quite a few Devourers here, but I think I'll just use that for the missiles and the kinetics. I could take that, but I'm worried about losing hit points. So what were they? Were they... Yeah, melee kinetics. They should be dead by that phase though. I think I'll go illusion there and then nano repair for that one. And auto. Okay, so just the Imperators left. My other fleet, I might as well attack with that. Although it's nowhere near as good. This is probably going to end up in trouble here actually. So, melee kinetic. Yeah, that's quite nasty stuff actually there. I think I might go camouflage for this. They didn't have an awful lot of missiles. I'm not sure if this works on beam or on all weapon types or not, to be honest, but I'm going to assume it does. Go nano repair there and EMP. I've got a load of beam weapon devourers in the first phase. Right, so probably going to lose this one. Oh, actually that went really well. Didn't really take... Well, took no losses, so that's great actually. Okay, I'm just going to check the time a second. Okay, so I think I'm going to call that an end to the video. I took quite a while at the beginning talking about bombs and land invasion strength. I hope that was worthwhile. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Apart from that though, in the next video I should take another couple of capitals at least, Merope system and Elion. And I think what my plan is going to be then, with all my invasion or combat fleets coming through here, I'll probably upgrade them at Elion and then send them onto Vega to destroy the huge amount of fleets they got here. And then finally bring those combat fleets and invasion fleets onto the Zane system and win the game by taking it. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.